Hello everyone. Let us start our module 5, which is the continuation of module 4, where we had a discussion on analog to digital conversion or the digital representation of analog signals. So continuing with the concepts related to this, in module 5 we have these topics to study: quantization process, quantization noise, pulse code modulation, multiplexing, compounding, delta modulation, and vocoders. So what is quantization? So to know what is quantization, we need to understand the process. A continuous signal such as voice has a continuous range of amplitudes, and therefore its samples have a continuous amplitude range. We know that by sampling theorem we have sampled the signal at discrete intervals, but the amplitudes will be continuous only. In other words, within the finite amplitude range of the signal, we find an infinite number of amplitude levels. For example, in a amplitude range between 1 to 2 volt, your samples might be 1.1 volt, 1.122 volt, 1.33452 volt, like that. It is, the value might be not discrete, but it is also continuous. So uh, this must be observed, and since any human sense can detect only finite intensity differences, it is not necessary to transmit the exact amplitudes of the samples. The original continuous signal may be approximated by a signal constructed of discrete amplitudes selected on a minimum error basis from an available set. For example, you can designate every amplitude between 1 to 3 volt as 2 volt. If it is 1.11 volt or 1.32 volt or 1.54 volt, or you can say 2.5 volt, 2.7 volt, 2.735 volt, like that, whatever the voltage in between 1 to 3 volt, you can write it as 2 volt, or you designate it as 2 volt, and thereby what you are doing, you are converting an infinite number of voltages in the range 1 to 3 volt as only one discrete voltage level, that is 2 volt. And this process of approximating the signal or rounding of the signal is called as quantization. So formally defining, amplitude quantization is defined as the process of transforming the sample amplitude m of nts of a message signal m of t at time t is equal to nts into a discrete amplitude v of nts taken from a finite set of possible amplitudes. So here the quantized samples are called as v of nts, whereas the sampled signal without quantization are m of nts. This might be continuous in nature, the amplitude level. Here the amplitude is also discrete along with the time, and we assume that the quantization process is memoryless and instantaneous. Memoryless means the signal amplitude does not depend on the previous values, it depends on only present values of the sample. And since we are using a memoryless quantizer, we may use the symbol m in place of m of nts. So m of nts is our continuous sample signal, which we can represent by m. And if we apply to the quantizer, this is the model of quantizer given by g of some function. The output of this quantizer, what we get is discrete sample of v. We might be applying, for example, as I already told, we might be applying 1.3, 1.34, 2.5, 2.54, 2.31, 32, likewise different amplitudes between 1 to 3 volt, but the discrete voltage might be decided as 2 volt. So this has been explained in the following way. The signal amplitude m is specified by the index k if it lies inside the interval, where L is the total number of amplitude levels used in the quantizer. So in the interval, this I of k is in the interval between mk to m suffix k plus 1. If the message is present, then it is mapped to Vk. So consider mk as 1 volt, mk plus 1 is 3 volt. Whatever the amplitude levels you get between these mk and mk plus 1 will be mapped to 2 volt. That is our Vk. So likewise, we can have number of voltage levels designated for a particular quantizer. Say L is equal to 4. That means K can take values as 1, 2, 3 and 4. So 4 voltage levels we can have, and whatever value comes in particular range of mk, that will be designated either as V1 or V2 or V3 or V4. V1 might be 3 volt, V2 might be 5 volt, V3 might be 7 volt, likewise. Okay. Now, what is MK? MK are called as decision levels. M1, M2 up to L. These are the decision levels or decision thresholds, because based on these levels, that is in between MK and MK plus 1, we decide what should be Vk value. It might be V1 or V2, V3, V4 between M1 and M2. That is, if k is equal to 1, it will be M1 and M2. We are going to assign whatever amplitude comes in between these two values as V1. If it is k is 2, then between M2 and M2 plus 1, that is M2 and M3, we are going to assign the voltage level as V2. Okay. So it is decision thresholds. MK are decision thresholds, whereas the Vk are called as representation levels or reconstruction levels. The spacing between two adjacent representation levels is called as quantum or step size. That is, say we have chosen the step size as 2 volt. That means your first quantization level is 1 volt, means next quantization level is 3 volt. Next, from 3 to 5 is your second quantization level. Likewise, the step size can be decided. This mapping of the discrete voltage level by the function g of m is called quantizer characteristic, which is the staircase function by definition. And the quantizers can be uniform or non-uniform. In a uniform quantizer, the representation levels are uniformly spaced, that is, the step size is same or equal for every level. Whereas in non-uniform quantizer, step size might be varying according with the signal. This is a requirement at some times. And the quantizer characteristics can be of mid-thread or mid-rise. Here, mid-thread means the characteristics lies at the center of the input-output levels, where it is lies like a thread. Whereas in mid-riser type, it follows the rising edge of the staircase. That's why the name mid-riser. It is rising at the middle, whereas this one is flat at the middle of the characteristic. That's all about the quantization process. Now, in the next slide, we'll try to understand this with an example. Okay. This is the quantization process example. Here you can see a uniformly sampled signal. This is our signal. So this is our analog continuous signal. It is sampled at a rate of Ts. So uniformly sampled, and at discrete time intervals samples are present. But it is not true with the amplitude levels. Correct? Amplitude levels are as indicated 0.9, 1.83, 2.41 3.53 likewise. So we want to round off the values and we want to have a discrete amplitude levels so that we can encode the different amplitude levels in the next stage. So how we are going to do? So we have assumed a quantizer with level 4, that is number of voltage levels. We are going to consider only 4, and in between successive voltage levels we have a difference of 2 volt, that is delta or step size as 2 volt. Delta is 2 volt and L is equal to 4. How we are going to do? Whatever voltage we are going to get between 0 to 2 volt, it might be, here you can see 0.9 or 1.83, or it might be 0 volt itself. We will quantize it to 1 volt, or we'll round off it to 1 volt between 0 to 2 volt. Then any voltage level between 2 to 4 volt will round off to 3 volts. As you can see, 2.41, 3.53, we have rounded off to 3 volt. Similarly, between 4 to 6 volts, whatever the voltage level we get, we'll round it off to 5 volts. As you can see, 5.39, I have chosen one voltage level, that we can round off to 5 volts. Similarly, you can round off 4.35 to 5 volt also. Okay, so whatever voltage level which is continuously between 4 to 6, you can round it off to 5 volt. And then between 6 and 8 volt, whatever voltage you get or the amplitude you get for the sample signal, you can round it off to 7 volt. The example being, we have rounded off 8 volt to 7 volt. Similarly, there are many samples in between 6 to 8 volt. All these samples can be rounded off to 7 volt. Okay, and once these amplitude levels we have got, we will get a new sampled signal with discrete amplitudes and discrete voltage levels. These are the voltage levels. First voltage level will be 1 volt, next one 1 volt, next 3, likewise 7, 1, 5. In this way we are going to get different voltages for these voltage levels. And you can also see that the number of levels we have reduced, correct? From 0 to 8 volt, if you can see, there are around 10 different levels, but we have got only 1, 3, 5 and 7, 4 voltage levels, and we are thereby reducing number of bits to be required when we encode in the next step of pulse code modulation. Now coming to this column of the table, you can see there is something called as quantization error in volts. QE is quantization error. What is this error? It is the error voltage which is calculated as the difference between the sample amplitude and quantized voltage level. So sample amplitude was 0.9 volt earlier and quantized level was 1 volt. So difference is 0.9 minus 1 is minus 0.1. Similarly, 1.83 was the voltage level, and when we quantize it, it was 1 volt. So the difference is 0.83. It is plus. Similarly, if you go to 2.41 volt, it was quantized as 3 volts, so the difference is minus 0.59 volts. So what you can observe here is the maximum quantization error is 1 volt, and the step size what we have chosen is 2 volt. Delta is 2 volt, 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 6, 6 to 8. So the difference between this is 2 volt, that is our step size, and either minus 1 or plus 1 was our maximum quantization error. That means quantization error maximum what we are going to get is plus or minus delta by 2 volts. Correct? Delta is 2 volt, 2 by 2 is 1, so plus or minus 1 volt was the maximum. Out of these values you can see only plus or minus delta by 2 was our quantization error. So that's all about the quantization process. Thank you.